Welcome to the France 24 Observers, the show that's based on our network of ordinary people who are our eyes and ears around the world. Our first observer today works with at-risk children. In fact, it's hard to imagine children who could be facing a greater risk. Janessa works with young girls who have lost one or both parents to Ebola. She helps them get through the agonizing 21 days they must wait to see if they are infected too.
We currently have a 4-year-old all the way up to 17-year-olds. Often, most of them have either lost one parent or both parents to Ebola, and they're needing to wait to see what happens with themselves, whether they get symptoms or whether their parents pass on as well. We provide, beds and shelter and food, and we have an art teacher that comes for an hour about every single day. The wish list is something that we actually have them draw. It's what they would like to have as a gift or an activity when they leave Hope 21, just something that they can look forward to having to take with them. The really hard thing about Ebola is that it's the silent killer. You don't really know where or how or who is going to come down with it and have it. And so oftentimes the children, are very much traumatized after watching their family or their parents, and even beginning to wonder if they themselves are going to contract this disease that they have been told over and over again will kill them. Research has shown over and over again that people who are optimistic or have something to live for do better psychologically. And so the idea is that we can, walk them through their fears and let them know that they are validated fears, absolutely, but that there is something waiting for them on the other side.
To Indonesia now, where dog lovers like anywhere else in the world seek out pure breeds, Lhasa Apsos, Shih Tzus, Boxers, you name it. But that can encourage unscrupulous breeders to set up so-called puppy mills.
So a puppy mill is a place where people basically breed dogs at home. They just do it for the business. They don't treat their animals very well. They want to spend as little money as possible, so these dogs get very low quality food. For sure they are invested with worms, parasites. They often have, 9 out of 10 times they have severe skin problems. Usually what we do now is we get a report, we go there, we check it out, and we just convince the owner to give up the animals, which is not easy, because that means, give me your dogs. It means giving up their income, basically. Usually after long negotiations and everything, they usually give up their dogs anyway. The people who breed these dogs, they don't see these animals as living creatures. They just see them as a way of making money. And it really is, let's keep on going until we can't use them anymore, and then we just buy another one and we start again.
And now for some other images and reports sent in by our observers. First stop, Burundi in southeastern Africa. Bicycle taxis are a popular way of getting around the capital Bujumbura, cheap, quick and environmentally friendly. It's also a way for many young men to make money, about €1 a day. But now they are being asked to pay 6 times that, so about a week's wages, for a license. The police have cracked down, confiscating unregistered bikes. To Iran now, the village of Khalat in the south was once known for its wine, but many farmers have been switching to a more lucrative crop, marijuana. The drug is catching up with heroin and methamphetamines as a drug of choice in Iran, and Khalat's farmers have been quick to cotton on, with some even selling via Facebook. Our observer says the trade has brought violence to his village, though, with fights among rival producers and also between pot-smoking youngsters and religious police who are not amused by their habit. Next, an unusual tribute to the president of Russia.
I go hard like Vladimir Putin. Go hard like Vladimir Putin. I go hard like Vladimir Putin.
It comes from 2 rappers from Zimbabwe and Kenya. One of them, K. King, told us they chose Putin because he could be a good role model for black people around the world on how to be strong and get ahead by obeying the rules. The pair say they have never experienced racism in Russia. A very different story from our other African observers in the country. Some of them said the song could at least improve their image in Russia, but others said it was ridiculous for African artists to lionize a leader who has so far shown little interest in their mistreatment by many of his people. Finally today, a thought for our observers in Benghazi, Libya. Fighting is raging there between the army and Islamist militias, and residents are seeing their city being destroyed bit by bit. Our observers there have sent us before and after pictures, before and after the fighting. A reminder that the city will have a hard time getting back on its feet after the fighting ends. That's it for this week. As always, you can find more reports from our observers on our website, on our Facebook and Twitter pages, and on our apps for mobiles. See you next time.